Robinson family set to work on their new island. At first they went exploring, discovering that this island was filled with enough variety of foodstuff to keep them from hunger. They found a potato field and a sugarcane field. They found a freshwater stream and learned that the land abounded with enough wild game so that they could hunt for food. They learned, too, the beauty of nature and the wildlife that surrounded them in their new world.
Boys, the time has come for us to search out a permanent home. We must find a place that will be safe as well as comfortable for all of us. A place that we can expand in. A location that will afford us the best that this wonderful island has to offer.
Father, Mother and I know of just such a place. We were out yesterday and we discovered this wonderful small grove of giant trees.
Oh, yes, Fritz. You're so right. That would be an ideal place to build our house.
Where? In the trees?
Yes, why not? Don't you remember, Ernest, back in our home in Switzerland, some of the tree houses that some families had built? My, they were beautiful. When I saw those trees yesterday, it struck me that we could build a house up in the branches of one of those noble trees. No wild beast could reach us at that height, and we would be protected from storms.
It sounds like a wonderful idea, Elizabeth. I think a sturdy treehouse would suit our needs just fine. Just where is this grove of yours?
Only about a half a mile from here.
Look, there is still about 2 hours of daylight left. Suppose we all set out immediately and take a look at your noble trees. Fritz, bring the guns along.
There's the grove ahead. Oh, wasn't I right? Aren't they beautiful?
Indeed you were. Those massive trunks must be at least 50 feet round. The foliage is so thick it would afford us plenty of cool shade during the hot weather. Father, do you have any idea what kind of trees they could be? Well, I've seen pictures of such trees, and unless I'm mistaken, they are probably fig-bearing mangroves of the Antilles.
Then, Father, could we start building our new house right away?
No, Jack. There is something much more urgent that we must attend to first.
What is that, dear?
Your mother mentioned storms before. Another such storm as the one that brought us here would destroy whatever is left of that ship out there on the rocks. Before that happens, we must go back to it and salvage anything of value that may have been left behind. After we've finished with this task, then we can turn our attention to building our treehouse.
Father, look! Across the path leading out of the grove.
It's horrible. I've never seen such a huge-looking monster.
It's some sort of giant snake.
Move back to the trees. It's a boa constrictor. About 40 feet. Oh, move back.
Our donkey! Father, it's going to attack our donkey. We must save her.
No, Jack, it's too late. Get back, son.
Don't look, Franz. It's too terrible.
Oh, our poor donkey!
A boa constrictor can swallow that poor donkey whole.
But how, Father? It has no teeth to grind it down.
It has no need to grind it down. It can swallow the animal, bones and all.
Oh, horrible. Come away. Come away.
Fritz, advance with me around the other side slowly. While the monster is busy gorging itself, we'll be in a position to take careful aim and do away with it. Come on. Stay down and move cautiously.
I'm ready, Father.
And I, too. Now take aim.
Father, it's spotted us. It's moving toward us.
Fire, son! Fire!
I missed! It's still moving toward us.
I hit it. I think I've killed the beast. Fritz, fire again to make certain.
It's not moving. I'm sure it's finished.
That was a close call. Let's return to the camp. We have a big day ahead of us.
All the valuables left aboard the wrecked ship were carted away by them. It included a chest full of gold bullion that one day could make the Swiss family Robinson rich beyond their wildest dreams. For now, the gold meant very little. Of far more importance were the parts they found for making a small sailing vessel, as well as all the material needed to build their treehouse.
Well, Mother, there it is, ready to be moved in.
It's truly a beautiful house, and I would be proud to own such a house in Switzerland or anywhere in the world.
To tell you the truth, dear, I'm sort of glad it's here and not in Switzerland or anywhere else. After a year here, I'm beginning to really like it. How do you feel about it?
I sometimes wonder about home, our friends, but I too love it here. And the children. The children have learned so much and have been growing so straight and true. It truly is a bit of paradise here.
Well, shall we climb up the ladder to our new home?
Well, that's the one thing that bothers me, dear, that ladder. Couldn't we find some other means of reaching our house?
I wonder. It's a thought, Mother. It's a thought.
Well, what is?
Well, if the trunk of the tree is, for the most part, hollow, and I suspect that it just might be, why, we could build ourselves a mighty fine staircase leading right up to the house. Yes, that really would be something. Boys, come here. Now, Fritz, just get the door on its hinges. That's it. A little over to my side. That's it. Hold it now. That's got it. You can let go now, son. That does it. Call your mother.
Mother, come, we've finished.
What a beautiful entranceway, and the staircase. My, there isn't a grander one in all of Europe.
Well, Mother, since the treehouse was from the first your idea, suppose you give a name to our new ancestral home.
Our home is as high as a falcon's nest, and so I think it would be fitting if we called our place Falconhurst.
A very grand and proper name indeed. Falconhurst. It is Falconhurst, home of the Swiss family Robinson.
The Robinson family was happy in Falconhurst, and as the years went on, they enlarged on their house, farmed the land, and built up their beautiful surroundings. The seasons came, and one year passed into the next. The children grew as the Robinsons had wished, straight and true. Now Fritz was 25, uncommonly strong, muscular, and high-spirited. Ernest, who was 2 years younger, was tall and slight, and the scholar of the family. Jack at 20 strongly resembled his father. Franz at 17 possessed a keen wit and looked somewhat like his mother. All the boys, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Robinson, had found an inner peace and serenity. And so it was, until one day.
Father, I was out hunting today and came across this wounded albatross. Look, tied to one leg, this rag.
Why, there's something written on it. I think I can decipher it. Help save an unfortunate Englishwoman from the smoking rock.
There's someone else on this island. Smoking rock. Could the woman mean a volcano?
But there are none on this island. Could it be? Could it be that there is someone else here? Fritz, we mustn't say anything to the others. You and I'll start a search immediately.
But Ernest, I don't understand your father and Fritz going off as they did without a word as to where they were going or why.
But, Mother, we've all been on expeditions before. All they said was that they might be gone several days and that there's no need to worry.
But it's already been 3 days, Ernest. Shouldn't you and Jack set out to look? Mother! Mother, it's Father and Fritz and... Mother! There's someone else with them. They found someone.
Elizabeth, I want you to meet Miss Montrose, Miss Jenny Montrose.
But I don't understand where... Oh, my dear, welcome to Falconhurst.
Thank you, Mrs. Robinson. I'm very weary. I wonder
Fritz, hold her. The poor child's fainted. Quick, take her up to the guest room.
Father, where did you find her? How did she get here? When did she come? Is she alone?
Hold on. One question at a time. Fritz found her on another island, over on the other side of the cove where we first came in. She's been there for 3 years now. She was shipwrecked on her way from India heading for England. She was going to rejoin her father, who's a colonel in the Royal Guard of the Queen of England.
Were there any other survivors from her ship?
Not that she knows of. We searched about and found nothing.
What's even more astonishing is that she claims she saw a ship the other day. And although she tried to gain its attention, it was too far off.
A ship? A ship in these waters?
Well, she may have been delirious and imagined it, Jack. To be certain, I think you and Franz should climb the cove and fire that cannon we took from the wreck. That is, if it will fire.
It's worth a try, Father. Come on, Franz. Let's see if we can fire us up a ship.
Fritz, let's you and I see how our young lady is faring.
She's sleeping. Poor dear, she doesn't look like she's eaten, does she?
Well, the part of the island she was on didn't have too much choice of edible food, Mother.
What was that?
We didn't want to alarm you, dear. We sent the boys off to fire the cannon, just in case.
You're not being very coherent, darling. Just in case what?
Just in case. Miss Montrose is right and there is a ship.
Father, that wasn't our cannon. That was another cannon. The girl was right. It's a ship.
A ship! A ship after all these years. Finally, a ship.
After 10 years, an English sailing vessel in search of the missing Jenny Montrose responded to the Robinsons' cannon fire and sailed into the cove. After 10 long years, the outside world had found the Swiss Family Robinson.
Captain, I want to thank you, but we have made up our minds. Our family has been through a great deal. We have withstood the dangers of the sea, and we have harnessed the very beauty of this island. No, my wife and I shall not return with you. We have thought it out very carefully. Falconhurst is our home, and Falconhurst is where we will stay.
And what of your boys, Mr. Robinson?
They, too, have had to make up their own minds. Ernest has decided to return in order to study medicine. He says soon more people will be coming here and that a doctor will be needed. Franz, our youngest, also wishes to return in order to attend school in Switzerland. Jack and Fritz, our oldest, have declared their intentions to stay on here with us.
You are indeed an amazing family, Mr. Robinson. It's quite amazing.
We ask that you pass the word on about this wonderful island, Captain. We are certain that as the word spreads, more and more people will join our colony.
And what do you call this Robinson colony, sir?
We just decided that this morning. We simply call it New Switzerland, after our homeland.
New Switzerland. Well, I shall remember to pass the word. You have my promise on that, sir. And now, while the tide is with us, we must take our leave of your island. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Captain.
And so the ship sailed from the cove with 2 of the Robinson boys and a wondrous tale to tell all over Europe. A tale about a small, out-of-the-way island that no one ever heard of before. A tale about an island and a most remarkable man and his family. The truly remarkable Swiss Family Robinson.